You're in your second day in European tour with Slipknot and Children Bodom. How's it going so far?
It's going awesome. Tour's been killer, man. We played Helsinki, Tampere, and Oslo so far, and it's all the shows been sold out. This has been sold out since August or something, so it's pretty fucking amazing.
So you're quite pleased that everybody wants to come and see you?
Sure, yeah, us and Slipknot.
Okay, so what do you like best touring in Europe?
I mean, the kids are awesome over here, They're really into it. They know a lot of the words and they sing really loud. It's kind of the same everywhere, at the moment. Like everywhere we go for Machine Head, like it's a really, passionate audience we have, and, big circle pits and, pretty brutal, audience. So, it's cool. I like Swedish food.
Meatballs?
What did I have? I had something the other day it might have been the meatball. I had something over there that was really good. But, I generally like,
Have you ever tried the sour herring?
Nah, that sounds horrible.
Don't try it. It smells awful. Yeah. What's the difference between touring in Europe and in the States?
Not much at the moment. Just pretty much all the, I just answered that, saying they're pretty much all the same.
You guys have been around for over a decade now, and how have you guys kept it together over the years when some great bands tend to fall apart?
We really enjoy what we're doing. We've never been a band that's been about hits. We've always been more like a band about making a career playing music. And I think having that mindset's really, it really kind of frees you up to do a lot of things. You can push yourself musically and challenge yourself as a musician, and challenge your audience. Whereas, like bands that only rely on radio songs or whatever, like, if the radio doesn't play them, they're over. So I think doing like that, we've made an effort to be very honest with our fans. We've made an effort to, make good decisions and, do things more based on, the longevity of the band, or things that, are going to, be critical to keeping our integrity.
Okay, thank you. You won an award. Metal Hammer voted your new album, The Blackening, the best. Kerrang too, yeah, great. And how does that affect you as a band?
We got a cool award. Yeah. It's not like, it doesn't really do anything. You know what I mean? Like, it's a cool award, and we're not, we're grateful for it. We're extremely grateful for it. We, I don't really put a lot of faith in awards. It's nice to be honored, but, I don't sit there and,
aim for it.
Yeah, it's not a goal of ours to win awards and stuff, or Grammys or Kerrang awards, or, anything, so.
Okay. What did you do different on The Blackening to set it above the rest of your work? I heard it's been heralded as the best work you've done yet.
We just, it's kind of like the next batch of songs. We set out, we had a goal in mind as to what we wanted to accomplish, but, when you're writing songs, it's like you don't really know what that's going to be. Basically, our goal was to write the master of puppets of this generation. We wanted to set a very high goal, make a great epic record, and we just went about writing that, with our own, stamp on it, through the Machine Head filter, and people have really, dug it, man. They've really latched onto it, and it's been a really successful record for us. So. We didn't want to sound like Metallica, but we wanted to take that mindset of like epic, grand, brutal, songs.
How long did it take you to work on this album?
About a year.
About a year. Okay. Have you got any more new fans now after the release of the new album?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, we've always drawn a young audience, because I think, people who listen to this type of music are young people. It's super brutal and very heavy, but I see a lot more kids with braces up front now, so it's really cool. It's cool, because I think that especially now metal's kind of had like a resurgence and stuff, and I think that it's really cool that so many kids are getting into metal again. There was a period now when we first came out, metal was very uncool. It was very uncool to be a metal band, and we were there, playing metal, and to kind of watch it go full circle to where now it's very cool. Everybody wants to be metal now, so it's very cool.
What has the songwriting been like between you and Phil? Because he wasn't that involved before, was he?
He wrote about a third of the last record. He's been in the band for 6 years now, so.
Okay.
It was collaborative. I'm the main songwriter, but everybody chips in, and Dave, our drummer, writes a lot of riffs. Phil writes a lot of riffs. Adam helps me with lyrics.
Okay. Are there any bands that you haven't toured with yet that you would like to tour with?
Are there any bands? I don't know, man. We've toured with a lot of fucking bands now. We've toured with Pantera, Slayer. We're gonna be touring with Lamb of God. We're touring with Metallica here in a couple, like a month. Then we've already toured with them. We just toured with them earlier this year. Yeah, we've toured with a lot of bands.
But
we've toured with like 9 Inch Nails or something.
okay.
They'd probably never, ever in a million years take us on the road with them, though. So.
Oh, you never know. Anything can happen. Do you have any new releases planned for a new record?
We're working on a documentary. We're doing probably going to put out a DVD in the future, and basically the documentary is going to be like a kind of a time capsule of the Blackening, like everything we've gone through, from the recording process till the end of the tour next year.